how does God being a forgiving God open up the door for me to have reverence for him? It seems backwards. How does forgiveness lead to a holy fear of him? The answer is this. If God wasn't a forgiving God, if God was a God who wrote down our sins and held them against us, then you would never be able to stand in the presence of God. You would only know judgment. That means you would have no hope. That means the only response that you could have to a God who wasn't forgiving is dread and terror and fear, because he is perfect and holy and we aren't. So if he isn't a forgiving God, the only option that you have is to live in terror and dread of him the short days of this life, knowing that judgment is the only thing that awaits us. But David wanted to make sure that not just his court and not just the Israelites and not just that generation, but David wanted to make sure that all of history knew something about the God of Israel, that he was a forgiving and a merciful God. And he said, because he's a forgiving and a merciful God, we don't have to worry about judgment if we trust him with our hearts. And he says, that's why I wait on God. My soul waits on God. Just like the watchmen wait on the morning to come, I cannot wait till I see that sun rise. I cannot wait till I get to the house of God, because I can bring my sin and struggle and weaknesses and I can lay them at the feet of my forgiving God, and then I can go and worship him like nothing happened. That's the heart of David.